It's 3:40 a.m. right now and I couldn't sleep. And with all these signs pointing at Mewtwo might release sooner than we expected, I thought might as well just make a video about the counters for Mewtwo. Okay, so first of all, Mewtwo has 2 fast moves and 4 charge moves. Mewtwo's fast moves are Psycho Cut and Confusion, and its charge moves are Hyper Beam, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. Alright, so it's important to note that Confusion is harder than Psycho Cut, at least for us to battle the Mewtwo raid boss, assuming that it's gonna come out as a raid boss, which is very likely. I don't know why would Niantic do in another way. Set of teams that you have to prepare against Mewtwo raid boss. One is a team for if the Mewtwo doesn't have a Focus Blast, and the other one is if the Mewtwo has a Focus Blast as its charge move. And for the Mewtwo that has a Focus Blast, you want to avoid using dark Pokemon such as Tyranitar and Houndoom. So I would recommend to prepare Lugia with Dragon Tail and Sky Attack, Gyarados with Bite and Crunch, Dragonite with Dragon Tail and Outrage or Dragon Breath and Outrage, and last but not least Gengar with Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball or Hex and Shadow Ball. Lugia is good because it resists both the Psycho Cut or Confusion and the Focus Blast, so Lugia resists both of the moves. Dragon Tail, it's a neutral damage, so does Sky Attack, but Sky Attack boosted because of Lugia's flying type. Dragonite, basically I put it in the list because of its raw high DPS, and it resists the Mewtwo's Focus Blast. Gyarados resists Mewtwo's Focus Blast, and it also has 2 dark movesets, which is very strong against Mewtwo. And then Gengar is a Glass Cannon. It's pretty obvious, it's Glass Cannon, so you want to put Gengar at least in the last slot of your team. Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, Hex and Shadow Ball. It's super effective against Mewtwo. And the other team that I recommend for you to prepare of is if the Mewtwo doesn't have a Focus Blast, which is, at least for me, it's easier to prepare. So you need a Tyranitar with Bite and Crunch or Bite and Stone Age. Just make sure it has a Bite. And Houndoom with Snarl and Crunch, Caesar with Fury Cutter and X Scissor, and then Snorlax with Lick and Hyper Beam. Titar, because first of all it's immune to the Psychic. If you don't know, immunity and resistance, they are a different thing. Immunity damage multiplier is 0.5, whilst resistance is 0.75. So it's pretty big deal, especially if you're going up against Mewtwo. So yeah, Tyranitar will immune the Mewtwo Psychic moves, and if it has a Hyper Beam or Shadow Ball, it will resist both moves. Houndoom as well, it has immunity because of its dark type. Caesar will have the resistance from the Psychic moves, and then both Psychic moves and Hyper Beam, and will get neutral damage from Shadow Ball. And its bug moves are super effective against Mewtwo because of its Psychic typing. And then I put Snorlax with Lick and Hyper Beam. Lick is super effective against Mewtwo, and Hyper Beam is neutral. You want to use, especially you want to use Snorlax if Mewtwo's charge moves is Shadow Ball, because Snorlax will get an immunity from it. Alright, so I hope the list is helpful for all of you, I hope. And good luck for your Mewtwo raid. Sorry if I look tired. I am tired and sleepy, but I couldn't sleep. So, alright, so see you in my next video.